Was goody, was goody, was good day. You can hear the airplanes flying over me right now, so don't bother, don't mind that. 747 right there. You feel me? Today's topic, on my way to work, I'm sitting here saying to myself, what is the difference between the way a man feels about love and a female? Let me get into more detail. Okay. What happens when a man meets a female meets a man, and they fall in love? And you know, our definition of falling in love in 2023 is a little different than that of 2000 and say 1980, which is not that far from here because I was born in the 70s and I'm not even in my 50s. So again, we're talking about less than 50 years ago. The definition of in love with a person is different now than it was then. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because I think the difference is the females have became stronger in our society and have bigger roles in our society that men, let me move from this stupid sound right there, that men typically held. Now, with that was, how can I say this? So back say like 1980s, 70s, right? The female job, or I don't want to use the word job because she wasn't getting paid for it, but the female's mind on what their place was in society was a little different than what it is now. For example, back in the 80s, there were females making money off of sex. This is not a new trait. This been going on since the beginning of time. If you was to ask me what do I think was the first few jobs ever on this planet, one to be a handyman who was able to fix things that nobody else was able to do, and the other one was prostitution. Female recognizing that men would do any and everything for a taste of what they had. Now, the particular female back in the day that accepted that attitude was shamed upon and was called different types of names. And she accepted it because, again, at the end of the day, this was the way she made her money. So, just to give you an example, back in the day, if you cooked, they called you a baker. Back in the day, if you cut hair, they called you a barber. Back in the day, if you sold your sex for money, they called you a prostitute. It just was the name of the game that you played. And if you had a problem with it, you didn't be in that game. So it was bakers who wasn't getting respect amongst barbers. There was barbers who wasn't getting respect amongst bakers. Vice versa. Prostitution, and if I just suddenly stop y'all, it's because I'm outside. Prostitution was one of those jobs that there are only a few group of people who accepted it. The most common job for a female prior to say like the 80s was being a mother. And with this job came a lot of responsibility. And I don't like using the word job, but if I don't use the word job, you might feel like being a mother isn't as important as a man going to work because it is as equally important. In my case, I would say even more important. But that's a topic for another story, another day, right? Females now don't just sell their body. Females now do everything men do and everything men can't do. Now, I'm not for sure how many men are on OnlyFans. And me being a male, I probably would never know that because I would never go to OnlyFans looking for men. But if you are a man, in my opinion, and the way you're making money is by extorting your body on social media, well, you don't went out of the traditional way for men to make money, right? You're pretty much going against what we were doing. Men worked, built, provided, protected, created. Females structured, held down, appointed, delivered, give birth. So creation, the disciplinary person that manages the home. For a lot of people, y'all don't understand the value of a structured home. What's a structured home? A home that a child could go to with a mother and a father in the house and recognizing the roles of the mother and the father. In 2023, you got all these independent groups, some feminists, some just ignorant, but majority of these groups are to take the power away from the men, okay? And then there's groups specifically to take the power away from the black men. So I want y'all to understand that there's pretty much every group in society, probably 80% of the groups in society are deliberately attacking the male. Okay, out of them 80%, okay, is a good percentage going after the African American male. Okay, so now you got these females who's growing up in a society where men ain't respected, men ain't being rewarded for their accomplishments, men are being belittled for the things that they are doing or the things that they did. But nobody is talking about the man side of this because none of these groups are here to defend the men. There's no group here to sit there and say, what about the men? What about my son? What about my father? I'm going to represent my daughters. I'm going to hold it down for my wife. I'm going to keep it right for my sister. But what about my brother? What about my father? What about my son? Where they voice at? You tell me the chances of my son going out to society, meeting a beautiful, rich girl, getting her pregnant, and then convincing the court that she's a deadbeat mother and that he should have the right to take custody of his kids and take half of her earnings. Now, don't get me wrong, it has been done. For those who don't know who Britney Spears is, look up Britney Spears, a very wealthy white lady, singer, pop singer, whose child was taken from her by her husband or baby daddy, who was supported by her father. The courts took her money from her and gave the father and the husband control of her estates. But I guarantee you, there's not many Britney Spears. There's not many females who could tell you this story. There's not many Britney Spears baby daddies who could tell you that this happened. In fact, there's not too many men who you could call a gold digger, because that's what a gold digger is, right? Now, I'm not gonna sit there and say they don't exist, because I know for a fact they exist. I got a friend who was one. I got a friend who was never shit unless he had a female in his corner to have his back. Meaning he never got an apartment on his own. Okay? He really never got a car on his own. Okay. All the money he made was never used for himself because it was being taken for whatever reason it's being taken. So without a female with a suitable working female with her shit together, he's out of there. In fact, I got a lot of friends who, if they don't live with their girlfriend, they have to move in with their mother because they don't have the skills, qualification, or money to do it themselves. So I know for a fact there's these gold digging type of men out there. When I look at all my friends, and I'm talking about males, not females, all my male friends, if I was to say I had 100, well, trust me, it's way more than that. If I was to say I had 100, out of the 100, there's probably 5 of these type of men, and I could see it a mile away. I could see it a mile away. I could hear it in a girls talk. I could see how every time they out posing and propping, they only doing this because of the person with, right? And if you wasn't with your girl, you wouldn't be live right now posting what you're posting. In fact, prior to you meeting this girl, you wasn't posting shit. You wasn't driving shit. You wasn't out here talking nothing. You wasn't saying no big boy shit because you wasn't doing no big boy shit, right? You meet a girl who got her shit together, and she decides, okay, I trust you. I like you. I want to love you. I'm willing to give you parts of what I have. I'm willing to share with you my wealth. I have enough of it. Come and enjoy this lifestyle that I'm living. And you jumps on it fast as hell because you got no other options. Most of the time, fellas, not all the time, but most of the time, the female is meaning fuckable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hit it, but I'm not really bragging about it, right? I'm not going around bragging about it. She, you know what I'm saying? She's looking for a particular type of guy because she brings a particular trait to the table, right? Females ain't stupid. Females know what's the fuck going on. Female know she too fat for that dress. Female know she need to lose some weight. Female know all this shit. Female finds the guy who accepts her for who she is, right? So she knows what type of guy she needs in her life. She knows what type of guy ain't gonna just leave tomorrow after she give him some, right? She knows if she goes and meet the guy with the car, with the $100,000 job a year, with the, extremely handsome, every female that comes in his presence find him, amusing and attractive. She knows her and him, that ain't gonna last. She knows as soon as she gives up the goods, he's out the door. She knows that. So she may still give him the goods because in her head, she's also getting the goods. But she's not sitting here planning any future with this money. I mean, if she has any sense of reality, right? So this girl who's semi-attractive, a lot of money, doing things, and don't mind sharing it with the man that's in her life. When she picks that man, She knows exactly what to go after. She knows exactly what signs to see to say that's him. And the men the same way. Men the same way. Listen, I'm bringing in $100,000 a year, which is not a lot of money, but you're not broke. Okay, I'm bringing $100,000 a year, right? I got the brand new 2022 Tahoe, right? I got a nice little crib. Okay, it could be an apartment. It don't have to be a house. But when you walk into my apartment, it's luxuried out. You feel me? Surround sound, 54-inch TV, fridge packed, liquor cabinet packed, couch clean, floor vacuum clean, smell good, no pets, couple of guns, another car. You feel me? Security to get in the building. Majority of white people in my building. Few black people. Like you can tell I'm in a higher class state. Me, when I go out there looking for her, you best to believe I know exactly what I'm looking for. I know exactly because what I can tell you what I'm not looking for. Right? If I'm making enough money to take care of myself, I'm not looking for somebody to help me make ends meet. Right? When I got married to my wife, we've been married for over 13 years, right? Part of me looking for a wife was I'm not about to be sitting here going through what I went through with my previous baby moms. Right? I'm not about to be with a female who emotions change when she get liquor in her system, who 1 minute loves you, next minute bored, so she want to find something else to love. Right? I know that because of that experience, that ain't work. Right? So me learning my lessons, me putting my hand on the stove, recognize it's hot, and me not putting my hand ever again on the stove, right? Life lessons learned, right? Me recognizing that particular energy and that particular girl don't mesh with me, right? When I go looking for a wife, I'm looking for a wife to fill some dots, to fill some categories, to fill up some supplements that I need in my life. And me making enough money to take care of myself, one of the last things I'm looking for is how much money she's making. Now, for some men, that's different. For some men, they're still living in a butt duty, nasty ass apartment, and they can't wait to start working on their house. And the first thing they're saying is, well, I need to find a partner that can help me pay these bills. And there's nothing wrong with that neither. So he's making $50,000. He finds a girl making $30,000. She's paying $800 a month on her rent. He's paying $900 a month on his rent. He falls in love with her. He convinces her, or she convinces him, to move in together. That $900 and $800, that $1,700 rent that they're paying by themselves, they find a place where the rent together is only $1,200. Now everybody's saving some money, but everybody's also losing a little control of their lives because they're inviting somebody else in and they're expecting them to have a heavy role in what happens in their life. In order for rent to get paid, in order for me to be happy and rent and food to get paid, I'm depending on you to show your part. I got a brother, little brother, love my brother, and I try my hardest to communicate with my siblings without trying to be my father, right? My little brother going through a situation, and I'll be lying to you if I didn't see it off the rip. So my father's funeral, and he's there. He got his girlfriend there. He tells me she's pregnant, and I look at her, and I know my brother from Atlanta, right? He's from my way, which is up north, but he be in Atlanta, okay? So off rip, when I see her, I see gold digger. I don't tell him that because I don't know her. So I'll be out of place to put him to the side and say, "Hey, bro, man, be careful with this one, bro. She get no, that's can't do that, right?" I don't know the girl, but my first impressions when I saw her was gold digger. She with you, bro, cause she see what's about to happen. And if it don't happen, bro, like any signs come in her head that it ain't gonna happen, she's gonna float a different direction because she's in it for something. And if you don't provide that, she's not gonna want to be in it no more, right? So now she's pregnant. She's about to have my nephew or my niece, right? And this is my brother's first child. Beautiful girl, beautiful girl. And all I keep saying to myself, man, I hope this work out. I hope this work out because my little brother got a lot of good things going for him. And the last thing he needs is a female pulling him back because her purpose is the complete opposite of what he's trying to do. Her goals and ambitions ain't what he saw when he met her. See, a lot of men see beauty, they see tits, they see ass, they see sexy, they see diva, they see ain't scared to tell you what's on her mind. They see that and they be like, ooh, I need a piece of that. I need a piece of that. And there's nothing wrong. Listen, there's nothing wrong going into the restaurant, right? There's nothing wrong going into the pizza shop, right, to get a calzone, right? I'm going to get this pepperoni calzone. I walk up in there and oh my God, what is that smell? Something in here smell extravagant. My mind completely off the calzone. And I say, hey, what is that? What is that lovely, fresh pepperoni and mott smell? And he said, oh man, we got this pizza, this manager special, bacon, sausage, pepperoni, peppers, onions, and it's a discounted price. It's only $10. That calzone done left my head. I'm attracted now to this pizza, right? I'm attracted to this. What is that? Society now, and you're gonna see I'm going all over the place. I'm just talking right now, y'all. My lives are when I go live, it's not scripted. You'll know when it's scripted because I'll let you know it's coming. You know exactly. This is just me thinking, venting on my little break, enjoying the rain, and said, let me talk to my viewers. Let me get my fans right. Let my people know what I'm talking about, right? So here we go, my brother and her get into an argument, right? And it's over money. Okay. They came across an agreement on how much each other's gonna pay for rent, right? And just to throw it out there, I'm not gonna put her business out there, I'm not gonna put his business out there. I'm gonna put this out there though. She had to pay maybe 1/4. And I'm being generous with the number. And it's based off what he told me. Okay. So my facts are from secondary sources. Keep that in mind. If the rent was 200, she was paying for me. If the rent was 2,000, right? She was coming out of her pocket with $400. That means, and again, I'm not the exact numbers, okay? That means he was coming out of his pocket $1,600 a month, okay? So her 400, his 1,600. We gonna make this work, right? I'm the man. I'm working. I'm gonna get the money. I'm gonna do everything I gotta do to keep the majority of the bills taken care of. Now, I can't do this by myself. It's 2023. There ain't too many females who's trying to be just wife, just mom, just in the house. There's not too many of those that exist, okay? And men know that. So if you're gonna work, if you're gonna bring in some money, well, you're gonna help out on these motherfucking bills. Let me add this on there. A lot of these females can't even cook. Don't know how to put the wash machine on spin cycle, rinse. Don't know what rinse and spin cycle is. A lot of these females don't have an idea what the wives knew, trained, taught in 1980s knew. Okay, Men the same men. Men ain't changed. Except for the ones that becoming more feminine. Yo, man, he's still out there changing tires. He's still out there going to work. He's still picking up trash. He's still doing construction, right? He's still coming home, taking out trash, right? He's still doing what men did in the 80s, at least the men. Because there are some men who went backwards, just like there are females who went forward. I'm not gonna say females went backward, they went forward. They trying to accomplish something. They don't realize what they're taking out of their life. They don't realize their true purpose. Am I being misogynistic when I tell you that in the scriptures, right? The Bible, right? Now, if you don't believe in the Bible, okay, I get you. If you don't believe in a God, I get you. But if you do believe in a God, if you do believe that this world was created for a purpose, if you do believe the sun was put there to keep us alive, the water was put here on purpose to keep us alive, then you should believe that men and female had different purposes, right? If you just sit here and look at all the animals in the world, forget about humans. Because humans' problem is we think too fucking much. We got these big ass brains, right? And we think we know everything. We think we know more than God. We think we know more than a scientist. We think we know more than the pastor, right? The pastor is reading out the book. We get that same book. We see something different. We completely ignore that pastor's 30, 40 years of doctrine study of this same book that we just read, and we assuming we know more than he knew. We forget that he studied this. He went to school, 4 years of college, possibly, become a doctor in religion, right? But yet we ignore his knowledge, read it ourselves, and come up with our own assumption of what the book means. Because that's what we do now, right? We aren't believers of facts. We are creators of truth, whether the truth is a lie or not. Because the only thing we care about is the truth. Now watch this. Watch what I'm about to tell you. The only thing we're looking for is truth to agree with what I want to do. I'm going to say it again. We're looking for truths that will agree on what I want to do. If I want to walk outside, me being a male, and want to say I'm a female, right? I'm going to do that. Regardless of what the law of life, the law of science, the law of creation, the law of animals, regardless of what other animal, born male or female, decides they want to change their sex. I'm going to say it again. Cat, dog, zebra, elephant, horse, lion, tiger, fish, frog, other by natural fertilization, right? What other animal created with a sex decides they want to change their sex? Only human beings, because our brain is so big that we actually think that makes sense. We actually think it makes sense. Let me tell you how stupid humans are. And you can say what you want to say, but humans are the dumbest creation God ever created. Okay? We so dumb that we know a place is known for tornadoes, hurricanes, floods. We know this. Every year it's going to happen. And yet we still move there. We still live there. We still build on it because we're human beings and we should be able to do what we want to do, whether it makes sense or not. We so stupid that we will literally almost kill ourselves and chase for the dumbest adventures. Perfect example, bungee jumping. So you're telling me that the adrenaline you get from jumping off a bridge with a strap to you, drop down to the floor, And because you escaped death, that adrenaline you going back up is worth you taking the chances of that damn cord snapping. And you smacked into that ground and never getting back up. Actually, you smacked into that ground and never being able to be recognizable. Humans, you would never see no motherfucking dog wrap himself in no motherfucking strap and jump off the bridge and bounce back up and fight that dog on shit, piss, and probably have a heart attack jumping off that damn bridge. Same with the most ferocious animal in the jungle. Ain't no lion about to sit up here and change the way a lion is. You ain't gonna see a lion start acting like a damn horse. You not gonna see a lion start acting like a damn zebra. I'm a motherfucking lion. I'm gonna walk around this motherfucking jungle like a lion. And I've been doing this since the inventions of lions. What the fuck is we talking about here, people? Only human beings can find sanity in stupidity. Let me tell y'all something, right? Because people are the stupidest in the world. I can't stand people. I love my wife. I love my kids. But some fucking times, oh my God. Oh my God. Sometimes my wife would say some shit to me and I'd be like, you don't even know. You don't even know if I didn't love you and wasn't willing to die for you and didn't recognize the sacrifice you made with your body to give me these two kids. You don't even know what I'm thinking right now. Oh God, you don't even know. My badass kids, you don't even know. If you knew what my father did to me and how that nigga just disappeared for 10 years of my life and how we was able to link back up like nothing never happened, how easy it is for a man to just walk out of a situation and start brand new again, nigga, you just don't know. Men been doing what men been doing for years. It's easy to do the shit men do. You know how hard it is for a man not to cheat on a girl. Now imagine a man who got his shit together, attractive, know how to talk to ladies, find the company of ladies very, very, very satisfying, amusing, funny, popular. You know how hard it is for that guy not to cheat on his wife? Nigga. Let me tell y'all something. Because I'm about to go my ass back to doing what I was doing. Okay? Females and males are not the same. No matter who and what group are trying to convince y'all they are. They think differently, they act differently, they're two different species. When a man loves you, female, no matter what happens in his life, if he really, really love you, you gotta leave. Because he's not letting you go nowhere. Even if he's had multiple relationships, could marry another female, he's gonna make sure you understand that you will always have a place in his life. And if he explains it right, okay, you want to accept your role because he brings something to the table the average man doesn't bring. This is just facts. I got money. I think you attractive. Me and you, he could hook up. We do our thing. We have an excellent relationship. For some reason, you're not wifey type. For some reason, you don't make me think about proposing to you, right? But I love you to death. You love me to death. You my ride or die boo. Anything I need, you got. Anything I need, you. Anything I need, you got. Anything you need, I got. Right? You just not wifey material. You ain't going nowhere. At least I'm not letting you go nowhere. When I get married, my wife ain't gonna never know about you because again, you got a place in my life. And if I got a place in your life and we're cool with that situation, 9 out of 10 times, you're not gonna tell your man. I'm sitting here watching paternity court, right? And there's this girl and she talking, and the guy like, man, I don't trust, that's my baby. I know she cheating, da 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 da. She got this friend who she's always calling, da 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 da. He at the court. Judge calls him in. So guy think you cheating with his wife, and then, oh no, 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 I ain't doing nothing. We just good friends. We just been friends for years. See, that's that thing I'm talking about. That's exactly. We know she fucking him. Listen, let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something, bro. Females is not gonna do nothing. That's gonna take them out of their position, right? She got a friend who she sleeps with, she goes out with, she parties with, and they have no commitment relationship. And they've been doing this for 10, 20 years. Every time she get into an argument with the guy she dating, she call him. Every time he get into an argument with a girl he dating, he call her. And they gotta understand it. This is just a sex thing, great energy, love talking to you, love vibing with you. We never argue because we don't have no real commitment other than me satisfying you and you satisfying me. And as we can see, you're doing a job, I'm doing a job. Right? What guy gonna sit there and tell you, oh yeah, I'm fucking your girl, bro? I'm not telling you nothing. I'm gonna tell you ain't nothing going on. And as you leave that court and y'all go y'all separate ways, I'm gonna meet her in her hotel room because it doesn't benefit me telling you our business, right? It benefits you, and I'm not here to make your life easier, right? Men and females do this. Man, this is what it is. Females lie, bro. Don't listen, man. Watch. Yo, I'm so tired of the narrative they give men. Men cheat. Men ain't shit. Men don't take care of their kids. You want to know how many men go to paternity court and have his baby mama curse him out in front of the judge and tell him he ain't shit, tell him he need to pay child support, tell him he owes so much amount of money because for the last 3 months he felt like he wasn't the father, so he felt like he shouldn't have to do shit. Come to find out he ain't the dad. If I watched 100, y'all think I'm joking. If you was to watch 99 shows, let's use 100. If you was to watch 100 paternity courts, I guarantee, and I will put my money on it. Every 10 shows, there's going to be one or two you are the fathers. 8 to 9 are going to be you are not the father. In some situations, they got 2 and 3 guys there, and they're still not the father. I'm watching shows with females trying to explain why feminism is positive energy, right? And how they on OnlyFans and their body count is in the 200s and they're under the age of 30, right? And they're wondering, right, why it's going to be hard for a man to truly love them. Fuck a man. How about your child to truly respect you? The stupid decisions we make. Let me tell you something. I'm a man, right? If my junk was 10 fucking inches long, I know I could be a porn star. I love to have sex. Some of them girls are fine as hell. You want to know why me being the man I am wouldn't do it today? Maybe 18, maybe 25 years ago, maybe. Today, I wouldn't do it because I would never want my daughters to find that film. And I got three. I would never want my daughters to find film of me just gradually having sex. That's embarrassing. It's inappropriate. And it should your child, unless they bust in your bedroom and catch you knee deep in a mother, should never see your penis. I don't know what world you grew up in. I don't know what family you belong to. I don't know what doctrine you believe. I don't know what your crazy ass upbringing. Men, your children, especially your female daughters, should never, ever see your junk. Females, your son, once he comes out your vagina, should never ever see it again. Your son should not be able to turn on YouTube and see his mama giving, getting, or whatever inappropriately. And if you don't understand that and you can't comprehend that, sad to you. I'm not about to sit here and convince you that you're ignorant and you are probably the problem in our society. I'm not about to sit there and explain that to you because you're too stupid to understand that. But what I am going to say to you and to everybody else, that's a problem, whether you accept it or not. Oh, I'm making 2 million on OnlyFans. All right. What you going to do when your body get all saggy and wobbly? Your OnlyFans account going to drop. Right? Right? What substance do you have other than your own? Because again, if you on OnlyFans, you ain't got no substance. The only substance you got is your body, and you are nasty, and you're getting money from creeps. The same men that you talk bad upon is the same men who's keeping your account paid. Those not good, hard-working, real men on OnlyFans masturbating to your shit. That's not what real men do. I ain't never been on OnlyFans. You think I'm about to pay to watch you when I could go to X video, XNXX, freaking who, Lucy Pop Dude, man, all these free ass accounts with females that probably look better than you, again, free. Only an idiot will invest in that. And again, I done made it very clear to y'all, this world is full of moral, non-godly, satanic, racist, wrong agenda people. You're probably part of some group mad about what I'm saying because your group leader done convinced you that what you're doing is cool and right and justifiable. When the whole world and every other country disagree. America females compared to any other country is the statement I want to say. I'm not even going to say it. What I would say to you females and you men, compare anything but females, compare it to the American version to the world version. You want to compare gold diggers, compare how many American gold diggers compared to how many rest of the world gold diggers. I'm talking about females. You want to compare how many females can't cook compared to American females who no longer can cook and every other culture. How about marriage? How about the wife qualifications? The American girl is so lost and so confused because of all these feminist groups and semi men who ain't keeping it 100, who ain't keeping it really, really real with you, got your head all fucked up. You think your face and your body is more important than your mother skills. Repeat that again. You think your face and your body is more important than your mother skills. Well, for a man who ain't really a man, you might be right. Okay. But for a man who's really a man, okay, what he wants is a family, right? He wants to make enough money to support his family. Okay. What he can't bring to the family is the wife, is the mother, right? Because he just can't do that. That's not in his DNA. That's not in his DNA. His DNA is not mom. His DNA is dad. So when he go to be dad and he's ready to be dad and have kids, he's saying, well, damn, I have to find me a mother, a mate, a wife, a partner who's going to accept her role in this life that I'm trying to build with us. I can't create kids by myself. Like when I say a man wants to create a family, this is not something where I'm at the head and all these pieces underneath me. No, 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 not at all. We know as men, can't nothing happen without the female. We know she's just as important when it comes to the structure that we trying to build as myself. Just she has a different role. Her role is what I can't provide, right? I don't expect her to be the breadwinner. I'm already the breadwinner, right? I need her to be in touch with her mother skills. Cook, clean, sew, nourishing, support, organization, school, teachers and parents meetings, neighborhood gatherings, mother and child relationship, right? That's what I want. That's what I need, right? Half these females don't know what that shit is. Half these females, whether get their eyelashes done, which are fake, okay, fake eyelashes, right? They go to DR, the Dominican Republic, to save some money on fake boobs, fake butts, everything to impress a man. When the most important thing to this man is your skills and not your actual look. Now, don't get me wrong, the look is going to attract. The look is what's going to make him look. But there's other senses that men have that you could utilize. Seeing is not our only sense. Touch, smell, hear, right? Sexy, seductive voice comes around the corner. Hey, how you doing? Dressed appropriately, but I can still see the figure. But it's left to the imagination. Smelling like she just made Sunday dinner with a plate in her hand, complimenting me for the job I just did in the community, right? Right? Being submissive, being loyal, being loving, right? Show me all this is just in her voice, right? I ain't gotta see shit. Damn, you smell good. You smell like you got on some Vivid. You smell like you know how to work it in the kitchen. You smell like you take 2 showers a day. You smell like you actually bathe. Let me say something. I'm gonna end it like this, right? In 1980s, in 1980s, okay, females cared so much about their hygiene that it wasn't even funny. Okay? They woke up, they took baths. Okay? In the middle of the day, they took another bath. At night, before they got in bed with their men, they took another bath. Females want a guy to go down on them more now than he ever did. In fact, I would ask you to challenge this, man. Whether you got a big penis or not, challenge this. I guarantee you, your wife prefer you, your girlfriend prefer you, your side piece, your mistress prefer you on your knees than on your toes. Guarantee you that. But yet, y'all don't want to take baths. You think you could just take a shower like a dude do, and then expect me or us to start fishing, and that shit smell like it smelled all day? What the fuck wrong with you? How- You must. I love this. Monique did a whole damn special for Netflix, and that was one of the things she said. When I come home, I'm expecting to get what I want it when I want it. She said I smoked some weed, and what weed does, it makes her horny, right? She said she went to work, she came home, she went upstairs, she went downstairs, she went back upstairs, she went back downstairs. By the time she got upstairs for the fourth time, I could be off for the numbers. By the time she got upstairs for the fourth time, her horniness that kicked in. She looking at her husband like, motherfucker, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? He looking at her like, nah, I'm good. She like, what the fuck you mean you good? He like, nigga, I'm good. Right now, I'm not in the mood be eating no food. Okay? So now she's like, what? Nigga, if you don't bring your mouth over here and start yimmy yamming, we gonna have a problem. My man took his fingers, put it between her legs, and put it at her nose. Her nose went up, and she said, what the fuck is that? And he said, that's you. Now, back in the 80s, men ain't had to do that. Because female knew that that vagina could get funky fast. And females knew that one of the most important things for a female being feminine was keeping that thing down there clean. And if you're a female who like attention down there, you would think is in your best behalf to keep that damn thing clean. But here we are in 2023, and you got females who think they could just take showers. They don't have no type of consciousness about taking baths. There's probably females out there who haven't taken a bath in 2023. And I'm not saying this to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm saying this because we as a people need to comprehend what changes that took place in society, which ones were bad, which ones have negative connotations, which ones need to be changed, which ones we need to go back to. We got to look for why things were changed, right? You got a group of girls who don't relate to girls. They relate as a man, right? And they want the same respect a man gets to the fullest. So they start making up all these things that men get that they don't get. They don't explain the reasons why men get them. They don't explain the reason why females get them. The only thing they explain to you is what we don't get and they do get, and we need to figure out a way to get it, even if it means taking it from them. That's what these groups are. These groups aren't, hey, you can have your opinion and I'm gonna have my opinion and let us live on this planet Earth to no, no, no. These groups are, you're wrong, right? And I'm right, right? And because I'm right and you're wrong, you need to stop the way you're thinking and support my belief, right? Whether my belief have substance or not. That's where we are now. That's where we are now. We are at a spot now where the men get blamed for leaving his kids to be raised by the mother, but nobody say how the mother kicked the man out, right? Nobody says how the mother cheated on the man, and he from day one and don't believe that his child and left. Oh, no, 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 no. They say, oh, he ain't shit. He a bum, and the only thing he want to do is has his cake and cookies and ice cream, whatever. No, 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 no. I left because she wasn't faithful. I left because I don't believe the child is mine. I left because she told me the child ain't mine. I left because I could tell she's flirting with the next door neighbor. I left because I don't call her, regardless if she believe it or not. I left for reasons. But I'm going to get blamed for the reason why I left. My baby mother left her house and told me I could raise the kids so she could go to school. I said, cool. You didn't have to do that. Cool. I'm in a place in my life when I can actually take care of these kids by myself. You go ahead and do you. Did she go to school? Of course not. She went to her mother's house and played hoe. She went to her mother's house and started sleeping with multiple men, got pregnant 2 more times, okay, by bum ass niggas, okay, by niggas who she had no business sleeping with, okay. That's what she did with her freedom, okay. And it wasn't until she heard about my new girlfriend helping me take care of our kids, her people telling her that we doing great, is when she started catching feelings and wanting to come back home and play the role of a mother. They didn't want to have nothing to do with me. She was done with me. We done. Like I said, she left claiming she was going to college and she went to sleep with everybody in the hood. Okay, so me and her were done. I obviously wasn't doing whatever it needed to keep her happy, which I'm perfectly fine with, right? She leave, peace, be gone. She didn't think about them kids when she was leaving. She ain't know what it meant to be a mother when she was leaving. But all the other mothers in her ear, you gonna let this other lady play moms? All these other people in her ear, you gonna let him and her do your job? And she still came back on some dumb shit. You think, okay, you know what? He a good nigga. How many niggas can you leave your kids with and they take care of the responsibilities for no days? Try months. Try years. Right? Let me see if I could get back in my relationship with my baby father. He's a good dude. He's there for my kids. What is it that he ain't providing? Because he's doing this damn shit on his own right now. I'm nowhere in the house. And him and my 2 kids are surviving. So what is it that I'm missing? Right? Nah, she's not gonna say that. She used to this new life, this independency. I can do what I want to do when I want to do. Nobody can't tell me shit. I'm an independent, powerful black female, right? Society done got her convinced she don't need a nigga. Who is she at now? What's she doing? What do she got going for herself right now? I don't know. I don't care. But I guarantee you, it ain't on my level. I guarantee you that. And it's not because of me. It's because of decisions and sacrifices that I stayed with. Because the plan was family. The idea was family. The end game was family. The idea was in me. The plan was in me. The end game was in me. Because if it was me, then Papa would have been a Rolling Stone. Because Papa would have been doing everything to make Papa happy. Let me tell y'all something. I'm miserable as hell. Okay? Being married with 4 kids, being a father, going to work, this shit is miserable. But I do it because I was built for this. I love my kids. I love my wife. I always wanted to be a family man. I don't need to be sleeping with 8, 9 females. I don't need to be sleeping with 2 females. Shit, I don't need to be sleeping with 1 female. I just need you to play your role. So I have no problem playing mine. Right? But in 2023, finding that girl with mother-like qualities, yo, let me say something to you females, man. Mother-like qualities is being a mom every day. Father-like qualities is being a father every day. Being a couple in a relationship trying to make shit work means sacrifice. Means you gonna do some things you do not want to do, but you're gonna do them to keep the other members in your circle happy. And because you're willing to do these things, they in return should be willing to do these things. Yo, females will say some shit like, I ain't doing that. The fuck is you talking about? You ain't doing that. If you ain't doing it, who you think gonna do it? This is your job. You can sit up here and try to make up every reason in the world why you shouldn't have to do it, but this is your job. And I don't come in the house not doing my job. I can't be you, you can't be me. So if I can't be you and you can't be me, I don't expect you to do what I'm doing or what I should be doing. Neither should you expect me to do what you do or what you should be doing. If there's a question of what you should be doing, won't you ask your mother or your grandmother what they did back in the 80s? Do you have a recipe book? Do you know how to make biscuits from scratch? Do you know the proper seasonings to put in fried chicken? Because I can tell you, I know how to change a tire. I take out the trash. I'm going to fix the porch. I'm going to cut down a tree. I'm going to do everything where it takes muscle to do. I'm going to do everything where men are 99% doing. Because I consider myself a man. Before I get into bed with the intentions on making love to you, I'm going to go bathe. I'm going to make sure I wash every part of my body that I expect your mouth to touch. So that when your nose and mouth, they're so close together, get to that area, you don't smell something unpleasant that make you not do what you probably already don't want to do. Right? I'm gonna end it like this. This all started off with a situation, and I was bringing it to my brother. Men, when you picking a girl to be your wife, which is the same thing as to be your baby mama, okay? Because at one point in time in life, they were one and the same. You got married, and then you had kids, okay? So the process of meeting a female and having kids with her and skipping the marriage is just you live in a different time and you accept different behaviors, right? But the situation hasn't changed. When you have a child by a female on purpose, meaning you're deliberately having sex with her raw with the intentions of her bringing your child into this world, right? There's some things you want from her, right? Well, I'm going to say it like this. When you meet her and she don't have them, you never, ever should have sex with this girl unprotected. If she doesn't show you the traits, and I'm going to fix it even to my daughters and other females. If there's a particular type of husband you see yourself with, if you a gold digger, right? And in your mind, if he ain't got $100,000 or better in his bank account, I'm not following him. Well, you need to cross off 80% of the men that you done slept with off the list, right? So now you don't accidentally get pregnant by a guy who don't fit your qualifications. You don't accidentally get a girl pregnant who you didn't see as a wife material. Decisions we make, we have to live with those decisions for the rest of our life, whether we choose to or not. They're there. Because you can ignore them don't mean that people in your life can ignore them. I don't think y'all heard me. Because you can ignore the stupid mistakes you made does not mean the people in your life can ignore them. Because you can walk around with your head up after you done slept with two brothers and their cousins, right? And got 4 kids amongst them 3 dudes. Your kids and your nieces won't be able to accept that. Okay? Stop living for you and start living for your future. Start making sense. Start preparation. Start the plan. Put the destination in front of you and figure out how we're going to get there. Stop making stupid mistakes. Stop living any type of way. Stop assuming your actions won't be held accountable. Again, just because you can go to sleep at night after you done did some shit you done did does not mean the people that's most important to you can. And if you need an example, here we go. Right? If you decide to go to a school and shoot up a bunch of kids in the community, right? You might go to jail and have no problems with what you did. You might sit there and look the judge in his face or her face and say, yup, I did it. I don't care. I have no remorse. You don't just put shame on your whole family. Your whole family. Your last name, anybody grew up in that house. Your mama won't be able to go in the store without somebody saying something to her that's not positive. There's parents of dead children looking at your family like, nigga, do you know what I want to do to your kid, nigga? So yeah, you can go to sleep with it. But the people you love can't. And maybe you don't care now. Oh, maybe you don't care now. Oh, but it will come back and bite you in the ass. But again, I went live just to say what up to people, just to try to give a little bit of understanding of where I come from, my reasoning. I walk around this motherfucker with my head up, proud, but at the same time pissed. Pissed at the BS that we got to go through in our society. Pissed at the changes that people done made in our society. But I'm out. And enjoy y'all weekend. Peace.